Hi everyone, this is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. We are super excited to have you watching us tonight. I know we are up against a Packer game tonight, so I know a bunch of you will be watching us on the recap, and that is just fine. We have so many pretty things to show you tonight, including this gorgeous quilt behind me. Oh, I have to step back here so that you can take a peek at it. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? It is so pretty. This is the Pathways quilt from Stashtastic 2. And I have a couple notes in here from Stashtastic 2. This is Doug Lako's brand new book from Martingale Publishing that is set to work with fat quarters. And we used our fat stack from Club today so that we could make that gorgeous quilt. So we have all sorts of really great surprises to show you, and I thought we would get started by sharing with you the fabric selections for this month. We have so much fabric that's been coming in these days. It's really exciting, and I know you just want to see all of it. We may have previewed some of it in a previous Thursday after last month's Moda, because we wanted to share with you as soon as the fabrics got in, so that if you had been waiting for it, you could do something exciting. So let me flip on over and share with you our fabrics. So we have a total of 6 fabric packs to share with you tonight. And I am going to make this caption go away so that we can see all of the yummy fabrics. Oh, so pretty. So we have here on the top 3, we have Cinnamon and Cream by Fig Tree. And what I love about this is that this really goes back and is reminiscent of some of the beautiful fabrics that we started our Moda University Club back in, oh goodness, in 2006 with. So it's a palette that is tried and true and has come back, and I love it. Next up, we have Songbook, and this is the Songbook A New Page. So that is Fancy That Design House's follow-up line to her original Songbook line. We'll look at the full line later, and you'll be able to see the panel that goes along with it and all the yummy goodies that go with it. But it's really pretty and beautiful florals. So we chose for our fat stack here to choose to use all of the beautiful prints without words in them. And then we have from Gingerbread, we have Bird Song. So you can see lots and lots of florals here. Lots of great options. And so this is a little bit more of a contemporary floral. And this has a gorgeous panel that goes with it as well that we will be peeking at later. So we do have our fat eighth as well as our fat quarter options. If you are watching us and you are not a club member, the fat eighth packs, which are 12 fat eighths, are available for $24.99, and the fat quarter pack is 12 fat quarters, and that is $44.99. Beautiful. Then we have underneath a grunge option. So grunge, or these color, this is not just grunge. It is a variety of colors here. So we have grunge, we have thatched, we have Bella Solid, more grunge, spotted, grunge, thatched, spotted, primitive muslin, spotted seeing star, or sorry, grunge seeing stars, primitive muslin, and spotted by Zen Chic. So all of these beautiful things, as you have been going through the year and collecting the different color palettes, these color palettes pair with our Aurifil color builder that we'll be presenting next week. Then we have the Rendezvous by Three Sisters, and this is beautiful traditional florals. This cranberry color here does work really well with other Three Sisters reds, and we'll take a peek later at the beautiful florals in their glory. And then we go into navies. So not all of the Three Sisters florals go into navy, but I love how on trend and how classic. It's kind of, it's on trend yet classic. So beautiful fabric. And then we have Posies Pansies from Robin Pickens. And this is the purple and green, which is Wisconsin's favorite color combination. Gorgeous, vibrant colors here. Once again, for the packs, the Fat Eighths standalone are available for $24.99, and the Fat Quarter Pack is $44.99. Pick up one, pick up them all. Lots and lots of beautiful fabrics. So we'll set these aside here because we want to delve in and take a little bit deeper of a look at some of these fabric lines and look at some projects. What do you think? Think that's a good idea? I think it is. All right. Well, before we get any deeper, what I do want to share with you is we have been working really hard at doing some updates to our website to make it easier to navigate so that you can browse our selections. I know a lot of you like to browse before you come in, and some of you are coming from afar or aren't able to come to visit us. So we want to make sure that we can share with you all the new, latest and greatest things that we have coming in. So let me pop on over and I am going to share my screen with you. Let's see if I can make this happen here. Okay, I'm going to share my tab and here we go. All right, so on the front page of our website, we have this new section called New Arrivals. And these are the collections that we have just gotten in. The ones that are right at the front now are all Moda. They won't always be all Moda. They would be whatever new and amazing fabrics we have in. But let's just take a peek in and look at the Rendezvous, okay? So we're going to peek in and look at the Rendezvous, and it's going to show us all of the fabric that we have in stock for you to choose. And it goes on to the next tab, okay? So you can see how that goes. And if you want to go back, you can just click on the logo, and that brings you back to see our new arrival page here. And you can scroll over, you can scroll over to see all of the new collections that we have featured up at the top. These will be ever changing, and that way you can see what we have new in the shop. And we hope that you find that to be exciting and a great addition. Scrolling just on this page as well, we always have what's a featured collection here, and then we added as it's getting closer to Christmas, we do have our Christmas collections split out for you to see. So I hope that you find that nice and easy to work with. Online, we do sell our yardage, unless if it's on a sale. Our regular price fabrics are available by the quarter, half, or full yard. And just so that you know that that is what we're able to do online. If you had something more specific, always send me a message, give us a call, or of course, stop in. Let us delve into the rendezvous so that we can peek at all of the amazing fabrics that are in this line. So this is Three Sisters, and Three Sisters is one of the signature designers for Moda. And so whenever they have a line, oh my goodness, so we get all 40 fabrics, okay? So back when I started being a shop owner back in 2006, there were more than 40 fabrics in a big fabric line. I mean, there could be 100 fabrics. I remember that there was, oh my goodness, one of the first Three Sisters lines that we carried I had to only pick, I think I picked 60 of the fabrics because you just couldn't carry it all. And so I love that we're able to carry it all with the collection of 40. And let me go ahead and show you what those fabrics are. So I'm just going to quick grab them from the back table, and we will look at what we have to share. All right. We got lots of goodies. So I hope that you're all here for the long haul, because as we were setting up tonight, we were like, oh my goodness, we're going to be here till midnight. Well, maybe not midnight, but let's go take a peek. All right, so we have a stack of yummy things here that we're going to push off to the side so that we can see the great fabric. All right, so this is the rendezvous. So we saw the fat stack, and then for our pieces, so there's a combination of things here. So this piece here is a little bit more contemporary, that you have that sort of collage-y ephemera thing with text and overlaid layers of design. So that's very fun. We did not incorporate this beautiful piece into our fat stack, nor did we use it in our quilt. You have some classic backgrounds here, and I was talking with my Moda rep because we had a customer come in looking for some coordinating lights, and I forget the name of the collection we were trying to blend to, but just be assured this cream is spot on to most recent Three Sisters lines. Classic paisley type work there. We go into some grays. I know some of our traditional quilters have said we have had a lot of contemporary. So I promised you that we would be getting in some traditional fabric, and as you can see, this month is almost entirely traditional. So I hope for those of you who prefer traditional fabrics, you are enjoying this month's selection. We always try to have a little bit of everything. Sometimes it's hard to gauge when things are going to come. I can see some of your comments here. So, just make sure that you don't drool all over, with looking at all this gorgeous fabric. I love this, how you have that sage. And really, this color palette of this red and green is so reminiscent of some of the very first Three Sisters fabric lines that I worked with back in the day. Just going to push this up a little bit so we can see the bottom ones. And then this gorgeous navy. It seems like we've had a hard time keeping navies in stock. They're just so pretty, but when they're super popular, it can be hard to keep certain things in stock. All right, so here, and we said I would promise that we would look at this print. So the floral print here, that's available in several colorways. You can see it is tossed, yet has a little bit of directionality depending, but I could see you using it every which way, depending on how you wanted to work with it. And so we have this print available in the cream background and the red background, and then this green as well. I knew I had it. So 4 different combinations for this beautiful, beautiful print. So happy that so many of you have been able to join us tonight. Super exciting. I had a few people come in and say, oh, they're sorry they wouldn't be able to watch tonight because of the game. But I knew that there were many of you just like me that would be super happy to just spend some time quilting. So we do have a half-yard tower of this as well as a fat quarter tower. If you were looking for a full yard tower, just let us know. I know people, we'd be able to hook you up. From a pre-cut, we have the layer cake, jelly roll, and charm pack. And then we do have a box kit that I need to share with you. So the box kit features the Shadow Stars by Sarah J. And Sarah J is a designer, and she is the pattern designer who designed the block bonanza that we are doing this year as a block of the month. She is going to be the designer for the grunge block of the month that we are going to be doing in 2023. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. So the Rendezvous quilt here for Shadow Stars finishes to 60 by 72. It includes everything you need to make the quilt top and binding. It has your pattern and all of the yummy, yummy, yummy fabrics. Perfectly cut, packaged in this gorgeous box. Finishes 60 by 72. You will need some backing for that. And it retails for $229.99. Great value for a beautiful quilt. We are going to delve a little bit deeper into the quilt that we made for you tonight, and that is the Pathways by Doug Lako, featured in the Stashtastic 2 book. So you can see behind me this gorgeous quilt, and it finishes 64 by 72. It is Pathways on page 37 of the book. This book, if you don't have it, you totally have to pick it up. It's only $26.99, and in Doug's classic fashion here, he has great projects, and he has multiple colorways for these projects, so super awesome. And then for this quilt, you'll see it in a third colorway with what we have finished here today. So we added in this background, this inner border, and then this outer border, using the same fabric for the outer border as we did for the binding. We used a Moda wide back. This happens to be a Kansas Troubles wide back. And, you know, Moda goes with Moda, so you can see that the blue works spectacularly well. If you would prefer to use a bias binding on a roll, we don't have one that's perfect. You could use a blue or a red, whichever you liked, but you know, binding is easy enough to make. So we used 12 fat quarters for our quilt because we have packs of 12. The pattern itself only calls for 11 fat quarters, so you have a little bit extra fabric. So what are you going to do with that extra fabric? Well, Heidi wanted to make sure that you had no waste. So she went ahead and she made a coordinating pillow. Isn't this amazing? So this is, let's just take a peek back. So this is similar to the quilt block, but the quilt block is elongated, okay? So it's more of a rectangle. So what she did is that she said, well, I want to have a 16-inch pillow. So she used a 16-inch pillow that we carry right here at the store, and instead of having a 2x3 set, she made a 3x3 set. She scaled that inner border to be just a little bit longer, and then she added in an extra piece here on the width. So for anyone who buys this book, we're more than happy to give you the addendum instructions. We also will be putting in the picture and extra information for you if you are a Moda Club member, so that you can see this and can be able to adapt your pattern accordingly. Went ahead and got, I believe, a 1/2 yard for her backing, and then she used a little bit of fusible fleece. So she used her fusible fleece on the front side of the pillow. For the back side, she just did a simple envelope pocket style. And then what we really like to do with our pillows is simply bind them. So you bind your back to your front, and then that way it just finishes super nice, and it looks like you have piping on there. So it goes together really, really nice. If you prefer to do a zipper, you absolutely can do that. We just haven't done this envelope style for a while, and you know, sometimes you just want it done, and maybe you don't have a zipper at home, and maybe you're putting this together with what you have, and so we wanted to make sure that you had this here. All right. So that is our rendezvous project. Next up, we are going to talk about Songbook, a new page. Let me quick grab our stack. We have a lot to show you from that. So I have towers. We also have coordinating goodies. Stephanie does a really amazing job making some coordinating parts to go along with it. So we have a couple of the patterns currently in stock. If there was another pattern that you needed, let us know. We had a couple people super anxious for her fabric line to arrive that they scooped in, and I think we're out of a pattern or two. So let us know if there was something that you saw. So we have this one here, which is called Blessings Flow, and it requires a fat quarter bundle for blocks and sashing, 3 1/4 yards of background, and then your binding and backing. It finishes at 68 by 90 and is a gorgeous sampler quilt. It does not use the panels. This rainbow quilt is super pretty. It finishes 49 by 60 and a half, and it requires the large panel, and then you are using fat eighths of 24 of the fabrics and a 1.5 yards of background. So, you know, buying the 1/2 yard tower should do it. You should have enough fabric in order to make the quilt. Actually, you'd have enough to make both projects. Let's take a peek at the panels, because the panels are super awesome. And if you are not familiar with Stephanie from Fancy That Design House, she creates inspirational fabric. So not only is she an amazing illustrator and creates great floral designs. She also includes inspirational words and some spiritual words as well. So here we have, let me see if I can read backwards here. Then sings my soul. So I'm reading backwards here. It's so sweet to trust in Him. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Great is thy faithfulness. Thou and thou only, first in my heart. High King of heaven, my treasure thou art. So beautiful panel. There are 6 panels in the 2/3 repeat panel, which is available for, I believe it's $8.99. I lost my price tag. And then there is a small scale version as well. So we have the small scale, and I think I cut a repeat here. So you can get the full repeat of this with 12 inches. So if you're ordering online and you're ordering and you get, we have to adjust it, but we'll take care of that. Leave us a note if you were looking for 1 repeat, 2 repeats, etc. So 1 repeat would be 12 inches, but you probably want more. So just go ahead and order a yard, because that way it's a nice even amount and we won't need to make any adjustments for you. So same verses, just less, they're not multicolored panels. They're single color panels, but the same inspirational words. We did get our pre-cuts in. As I'm thinking and talking out loud, I'm not sure if they made it online. I'll make sure right after we're done to make sure that they're online. We also have we have sets of tea towels. So there's 3 different tea towels in this collection. And this is really glaring so you can't see it. So Linda, are these the tea towels that you're looking for? So Linda had asked if we are getting in the tea towels or anything else. So if you're looking for her t-shirts or things like that, you'll want to go directly to her. But we do have the tea towels. Let me just pull them out here. Take a peek at them. All right. Really pretty. You could use these as tea towels. You could also incorporate them into quilts if you prefer. All right. So the set of 3 is $23.99. All right, now let's take a peek over at the entire fabric line. So we have the Jelly Roll, Layer Cake, and Charm Pack, as well as the full half-yard tower. And our half-yard towers are interwoven here. The half-yard towers do not include either panel. So if you had wanted the whole line including the panel, make sure to add on the panel. Just going to scoot these in here. And then we are going to peek at the fabric line. So I have 34 fabrics here, and let's take a peek at the large scale floral. So this is in the dark navy. So we have butterflies and flowers, leaves. So here are the inspirational words as well. You can see it a little better in this multicolored version here. So we have some taupe into like more of a light olive. A white on flecked muslin. Let me push this up a little bit so we can get all of the beautiful fabrics in. Here is another color. So we have this one and this one here of the focal color. More butterflies, vines. So this works backwards into the songbook. It also works with, I believe, Sunday Stroll, and it does work with Cheer and Merriment, which we have in the store. Can you see this one here? Might have to push it up a little bit. Another version of the floral. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's see if we see it this way. Can you see it all better? Well, you can just see the gorgeous different arrangement here. So we have it available in the fat quarters as well as in the half yard towers. If you had needed a yard tower, let me know. We may be out of one of the pieces. All right. Next up, we have, let's see, which one should we look at next? Cinnamon and Cream is going to be the easiest one to grab next, which is super pretty. Let me set this down here. So we had made the acorn last month for club. That was really fun. We had that mini charm pack to be able to test it out with to show you. And we do have the mini charms still in stock here. Excuse me. Little tickle. So we have these here that you can make the really fun acorns with. And that is a free and downloadable pattern. Or if you needed one, let us know and we can send you that link so that you know how to find it. I didn't have it at the ready to share with you. This is another 40-yard, half-yard tower. We had folded it this way rather than flat like we did with our rendezvous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We do have our fat quarter tower as well that I'll be sharing with you, all of the different fabrics. And we have some of her patterns as well. So let's get over to look at our pre-cuts to see what we have, and then I will show you all of the yummy fabrics. Let's see here. So in this time we have the mini charm. We don't carry a lot of mini charms. So we have mini charm, charm, layer, and the jelly roll. The Francesca kit that we have here is just adorable. Just adorable. So that has these really cute foxes on them. So with the foxes, I just think it's super cute. So this kit finishes 57 square. You have everything that you need to make the quilt top and binding. So you get that pattern in it. And then you have this yummy, yummy, yummy fabric. Oh, so pretty. So that's next on the list for making. So it's simple piecing, no templates. And if you had wanted just the pattern, we also have that pattern available separately. We have the Francesca pattern. It's right here. We also have the Harvest Stars. Let's try to get it without the glare here of how we're going to finagle it. All right. 9 Patch Blooms. Twirl Revisited. And Leaf Checkerboard. We hadn't gotten a lot of the patterns in for a little bit from designers, but what we've done is we've had a recommitment to seeing what the designers are doing with their fabrics to be able to share with you. And if you really love this, then we will continue to carry and support the patterns with the lines so that the designers can keep on making really amazing things to go with their fabrics. The fabric line here, all 40 gorgeous fabrics. We're going to start with the dark again. So I don't know that this is so much a focus piece, but you can see that beautiful floral, which is really nice, that medium scale floral. And then the large scale floral, let's take a peek at this. So this has silhouetted leaves, so to get sort of texture in the background here. And then you have these beautiful roses in the foreground. So we have our, I want to call it caramel. I don't know what she calls it, but I just love it. I had such a great conversation with Joanna at Quilt Market, and we also got to talking because a lot of you commented on the Fruit Cocktail fabric line that she has coming out in spring. So we are looking forward to having that in spring here. And we're also going to be able to have a couple of her quilts on display when that fabric line comes in. So that's super awesome. It's always exciting to be able to collaborate with the people that make the stuff. Beautiful, springy, bright green. It's just fresh. That's what I like to think of this color when I think of it. It's fresh. Getting into the backgrounds here. This low volume background here, really nice. White on white. And then the beautiful peaches. So sunny and fresh. Looks like cantaloupe almost. So that is the beautiful collection here of all 40 pieces. We have yardage, fat quarter bundles, half-yard bundles. I'm just going to grab our beautiful half-yard bundle here so that you can admire it while I arrange to get the next stack. So the next stack that we're going to talk about is the bird song. So we have lots of singing this month. We have songbook, bird song, all sorts of really beautiful things. This particular fabric line also comes with a panel. Let's take a peek at the panel that we have to share with you. So we've had this pattern in for a little bit of time. This is the birdsong panel quilt, and it shows 4 different quilts that are 35 by 40, and they use a combination of fat quarters and fat eighths for the really pretty flowers that go around. So if you were getting either the fat eighth or fat quarter pack from Club, you just pick up the pattern, some background, and the panel and be able to go to town and start making some of these. So really bright and vibrant. So this is a 36-inch repeat that has 4 beautiful panels in it that you could turn into pillows. You could have them be the center of large quilts. You could have them be the center of small wall hangings. And this is indulge your imagination in every possible flight. Life and love are very precious when both are in full bloom. My brain's getting a workout talking backwards. A flower blossom for its own joy. And the strongest and sweetest songs yet remain to be sung. Gorgeous and glorious. So there are 33 fabrics in this collection, plus the panel. So the half yard and fat quarter towers do not have the panel in it. So we have just really great strong lines this month with all sorts of different fabrics, which are amazing and gorgeous. We have the jelly roll, charm pack, and layer cake. And I'm just going to flip to the other screen so that we can talk about the gorgeous fabrics. Just taking a quick sip of water there. So we have a gorgeous floral. So this floral is available in several different prints. For us to be able to see. So we can see this gorgeous print here. I have it in, let me just grab these over here. We have the red background, the classic black. I think this one might be my favorite. It has the pale pink that actually kind of matches my shirt. I love that robin there. So pretty. And then we have these guys right here. We also have the fun sun. I think what we're going to do is I'm actually going to bring us over to the page of the fabric so that we can see it a little bit closer up here since I don't have my overhead. Oh yeah, and we have the stickers, which are super awesome. So we have the kind of bird tracks here. This cute little posy flower there. This gingham stripe. This very interesting graphic here. How you can see there's a flower, but when you look at it farther away, there's that alternating geometric line work there. Very interesting. And then we also have the suns. Happy little suns there, going every which way. Your individual birds here. Love the feathers. The birds that we already saw, and then this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous floral. And I am going to open up that floral for you to see on the big screen here. Super, super pretty. Super, super pretty here. I'm just quick turning this off. Guess it likes to overheat on us. All right, well, we'll let it do its thing. All right, so next up I have, I feel like it's all great, so we don't save bests or whatever, but this next line, this is the Pansies Posies, which is the vibrant green and purple from Robin Pickens, and it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to grab that. I also got something super awesome from Market from Robin that I want to share with you. She's an amazing designer, and I'm really happy to be able to call her friend. It's super fun to be able to work with all sorts of amazing creative people. So we saw on our fat stack the vibrant colors here, and we have all of the fabrics in stock. This is a glorious line. If you had wanted any of the pre-cuts, let us know sooner than later, because the pre-cuts had come before the fabric came. So we do have a couple of jelly rolls and charm packs left. Let us know so that we can hook you up. We also have the full, it's 28 fabrics in this fabric line. We have two different patterns from Robin on this one. So we have Runway Strut, which we're going to show you in a different way, as well as the Pansy Face, which is super fun. Both of these are multi-size patterns, which are super, super awesome, and we love that. So for the fabric line, let me grab those fabrics and we'll just see some of the amazing piece components here. All right, so for the fabrics, look at this. You can go into a deep violet, then the plum and the lavender and the green and the cream. So a lot of times in our fat stacks, we don't put those creams in. This particular pansy might be my favorite fabric in the line. I don't know. They're all my favorite. I shouldn't say one's more favorite than the other. And I love the painterly style here that we have. And we have some dots in a variety of colors. And then we have the thatched that has a spotted on top of it. It's kind of hard to see it here, but it is beautiful. More pansies. We've seen this print in other lines and it's come back in this collection. The flowers with beautiful birds. And then we go into the different colors. Now, I think this came after our last Moda Club. When this came in, we also got thatched bias bindings. Those are spectacular. So the bias bindings on a roll, we sell by the yard or fraction of the yard. And you can see here, this purple goes spectacularly well with this line. Ooh, ah. And because it's on the bias, that thatched is on the bias instead of on the straight. So it's a really great complement to your piece. So love, love, love Robin Pickens, love the fabric. And what we're going to do is I am going to quick grab something that she shared with me at Quilt Market. That's a little bit of a teaser, which is fun because we love all this fabric right now, but it's always fun to see something from a little bit farther ahead. And so excuse me while I quick grab this because it is so pretty. It is a sneak peek of an upcoming fabric line for next spring. It is Wild Blossoms. So really, really, really pretty. And this has the full rainbow of colors in here. So if you have your Tulip Tango, it works back with that. If you have the blues, I forget off the top of my head what fabric line that was, works with that. If you have Tulip Tango, works with that. Works with your beautiful purples here. And full rainbow. And then if you also had some red still from her Christmas line, you know, from a few years ago, that would work well with it as well. So love that. As I said, she's an amazing designer, and we have a couple of her patterns here. If you tuned in a couple weeks ago, we do have as well a mashup of a different fabric line. So I know I dedicate most of this show just to Moda, but we have this pattern, Runway Strut, done in a different quilt or a different fabric line. So I want to share with you just so you can kind of see outside the box. And so I'm just going to show you one more time. So this is a single background. It is the green. You could also see on the back how they do it with the white. This we did with our Moon Garden fabric, Tulip Pink Moon Garden. And we chose 3 different fabrics for the stripes. I'm not tall enough, so I probably didn't think this quite through, but look at this. It's just so different and so fun. So the thing that I love, love, love about this pattern is that you can feature fabrics that you don't want to cut up in these long arrows here, okay? And then your cutoffs you use in your little half square triangles that form these flying geese going across in your background section. So we played with it. It's going to be hanging in the shop, and you'll also be seeing it on our social media. We played with the 3 different fabrics that we added in addition to the background, but of course using one solid color and just letting your focus fabric speak works fantastically well. You could use, depending on how you did it, you could do a vibrant purple, and you could do cream. You could do all sorts of really amazing things. So love, love, love this fabric line. Love Robin's patterns, and I hope you do too. All right. What else do I have to share with you? Oh, all sorts of amazing things. So does anyone have any questions here while we are all together? And I will do a recap of what we have tonight as well for you. And what was the fabric that I just showed in the layer cake? So I was teasing you, Barb, was showing you spring 2023 at Market. Robin shared this coveted early pre-cut with me so that I could drool and plan and be excited about this really pretty fabric. So this is going to be coming spring, late spring 2023. We do have it on order, don't worry, and it works well going backwards. Cynthia asks, is there a jelly roll in green and purple? So we have the jelly roll of the Pansy Posies in stock. So that does include the cream as well, but we do have that in stock, limited number. You'd want to scoop that up sooner than later, and you can even secure it online and to be able to pick it up in store. And Robin, I love that Robin's fabrics go together as well. Yes, that is really exciting how they all go together. All right. So I'm going to do a recap of the new collections that we're sharing with you that are available. We do have a ton of packs, not a ton, we have a variety of other fat stacks available in our buffet. If you are shopping in store, always look up above the register and above the book wall and at the top of the foyer, because we have all of these beautiful boards that we put together, and they show the available 12 packs that we have available. And with the 12 packs, if you had wanted it as a fat eighth pack and we only had it as a fat quarter pack, we'd be more than happy to cut it down for you as well while we offer those fat eighth stacks. So that's super fun, but who doesn't want a fat quarter stack, because that is just much more luscious. So this is Pansy Posies. Let me see. Here we go. Pansy Posies. This is our color builder in brown, which has all sorts of beautiful Moda Fabrics. We have Rendezvous by Three Sisters, and the fat stack of this will work with background and borders to make that beautiful quilt behind me. We have Cinnamon and Cream, which is by Fig Tree. Songbook A New Page by Fancy That Design House. And Bird Song by Gingerbread. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you had a great night watching all sorts of great things. I hope you love the quilt that we made. Again, that is from the Stash-tastic 2 book by Doug Lako. We do have that available in store as well as online. So you'll want to pick up your copy because this just has all sorts of really great things in it. Karen wanted to know if we are having a show next week. So that is a very good question. We are going to be having, Karen, we are going to be having our Tuesday butterfly quilt sew along on Tuesday, and we are going to be doing something on Wednesday. I'm not quite sure exactly how it is going to pan out as to what our content is going to be. I'm going to be eating Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday. I hope you will be too. And thank you, Karen, for bringing it up. We are going to be closed all Thanksgiving weekend. So we're going to be closed on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, coming back at you on our regular business hours on Tuesday. So we wanted to make sure that the whole Quilty staff could be together with their families to celebrate Thanksgiving. To make it up to you, we are offering some pretty spectacular deals online, and we'll be giving you a little preview of that. So definitely that would be available in our Wednesday evening programming. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. But I know that you all are looking forward to having some really great sewing time over the Thanksgiving weekend. And I hope that we will too. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Until next time, happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.